I put a poll up on my community tab asking what you wanted me to swatch, and you answered loud and clear, which is why I'm going to be swatching two different Natasha Denona palettes. They are older palettes, and the request definitely was Natasha Denona. So I thought I would swatch a couple of different palettes. I have the Holiday palette, which is the eyeshadow palette number 5. I'll be swatching this one. And I'm also going to be swatching the Cranberry palette. So if you are interested in enjoying some swatches, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène and welcome back, or if it's your first time, welcome to HMM Makeup or Makeup. I am indeed swatching a couple of palettes for you today, but I also want to talk to you about an oldie but a goodie. If you are wondering what is on my eyes, it's a palette that's been around the block for a while, and it is an absolute favorite of mine. And it is the tried and true, loved and hated Subculture. I had so much fun putting this eye look together today. I was just over the moon with just putting on, frankly, a few shadows from this palette. It did not take a whole lot. I ended up using Destiny and Electric. That was it. That was it. That is the overall look that I had going on today, and well, that I have going on today, and I really enjoyed it. I do have a little bit of a deepening of the crease, but the main characters are, like I said, Destiny and Electric. And it brought me so much joy. I wanted to film with this look, and Subculture for me is a really special palette because when I saw the color story, I wanted to just drop everything and go get it. I was drawn to it in a way that I have not been drawn to another palette for a long time after the Subculture. I think that it's the grunge. Well, I don't think. I know that it's the grunge. There are only a few shadows in here that I don't like. And I have to say it's really the Axis and Untamed. Those two greens, I don't care about them very much. But this one and this one, they absolutely have my heart. Absolutely. So it's interesting that it's two greens in the palette that I really don't like and two greens that I absolutely love. But I still use Axis and Untamed. I use them on lower lash line and that kind of thing. Not in today's look, but I do use them on the regular. And I also want to mention my nail polish today. I picked up a couple of nail polishes recently, and one of them is this gray nail polish that was a Deborah Lippmann collaboration. And I just was so drawn to this color, and I'm totally enjoying it. And I decided to put some sparkles on the ring finger. I'll show you the two bottles. So this Deborah Lippmann times gray, which is Jason Wu. That's the one I have on most of my fingers. Well, all of my fingers. And then I have topped the ring finger with this Dancing Shoes from Ciate London. So this is a beautiful pairing. Let me just show you the name on the front there. This is a beautiful pairing that I'm absolutely loving. So if you're wondering what that was, that's what this is. And this one are both a quite significant size. So this one is 14 mil in this one, and in this one, 15. So 14 and 15. There's a lot of nail polish in these two containers. And yeah, I really like it. It doesn't quite go with the grunge look that I have on my face, but if you want a nice nail polish combo, this is one of them. You'll see it again in my review of all nail polish looks for this past month that always ends up at the beginning of the next month. But yeah, I love this pairing a lot. And you're about to see the pairing quite a bit because we're going to swatch. We're going to swatch these two palettes. I can't wait to get started. I'm going to start with the holiday palette because I think it just makes more sense given we just had that subculture conversation. And there are a number of colors in here that kind of do also vibe with the subculture. And of course the bright yellow in here is part of what I'm talking about. And it is 5 shadows. Now, if you're not familiar with Natasha Denona palettes, very often they have the holes in the back. And this one is going for a song right now, if it's still available at Sephora. They were just clearing them out. I wonder if they're going to get rid of Natasha Denona overall at Sephora Canada. I'm not sure. But something is afoot. I don't know exactly what, but something is afoot. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a set of 3 swatches and then a set of 2 swatches just because it's 5 total, and I do want to use my primary fingers for that purpose. And so the first 3 we're going to do is peach gold, fuchsia, and gold. So peach gold, oh wow, fuchsia, which is a matte, and gold, which I expect is going to be quite blingy. Oh gosh. Oh boy, I can see why you guys were asking in the poll for Natasha Denona's swatches before anything else. Okay, very beautiful start to the holiday palette swatches. We've got the first matte coming. Obviously, I'm going to double swatch everything. And that gold. And I like to show the fingers because that is more what it's going to look like on the eye. And let's go in for a double swatch. I'm really liking that duochrome kind of pinky peach. That's the first color. Beautiful matte, and that gold again. Oh, jeez. I just want to do a look. Which you know is coming in the next video, right? Of course. Okay, that builds so beautifully. Oh, it feels like dessert. I'm doing this very, very end of the day, and it does feel like dessert. Oh my gosh. Look at that. This one and this one for a look, just 2 shadows. Oh, I could do a lot with that, yeah. Yes, I can. Oh, they're just beautiful. Oh, jeez. And I have been going into my collection and swatching some more, and I did a video just recently, I'll put it right up here for you, of basically swatching and having a good time. It matters to play with our makeup. It matters. It re-inspires us as opposed to having palettes just sit there for months collecting dust. It's a reminder of some of the vibrant and unique colors that we have in our collection that we can just start to take for granted and just never use. I had such a great time doing a swatch fest for St. Patrick's Day. Okay, so these are the next 2. Well, frankly, the last 2. And that is just beautiful again. Oh my gosh. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is a one and done shadow right there. That would make such a nice look, just as is. Oh wow. And this one is a basic, more basic color, but it would go with virtually everything else in the set of 5 shadows. And the fingers, look at that. Okay, we're just going to re-swatch that. Oh, boy. And these are shadow, these are very large shadows. 5 pan from Natasha Denona. If it's not a mini, there's a lot of shadow in all of these. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm glad I waited for a long time to get this palette. It's just so nice. And if you still get your hands on it, anyway, where I live, it's been quite discounted. Oh, I could stare at that all day. Okay, so this is it. Those are the 5. And I'm very happy to have secured this palette. And now that I have swatched it, of course, I'm going to be very interested in using these shadows for some looks. And yes, I know these palettes are old, but you know what? Sometimes you have it in your collection, you see somebody use it, and you haven't used it for a while, or haven't used that kind of color story for a while, and it inspires, it kind of reinvigorates us to try and do different combinations that we haven't visited or revisited for a while. So yeah, I'm really happy with this one. It is just so cool. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to swatch on the next arm so that we can kind of superimpose and take a look at 2 large 5-pan palettes. So the cranberry is next. All right, still in its package, but let's take it out. The cranberry palette is next. And it is beautiful. It's just absolutely beautiful. And we have 5 lovely, lovely shadows. We have Daisy, Sakura, Botanic, Blossom, and Nude, which that is a good name for that last color. All right, I think I'm going to do again 3 and 2, and starting, of course, with this lovely shadow called Daisy. I always find it unsettling to swatch Natasha Denona shadows because they are magnetized, so that they kind of move in the pan. It always makes me nervous. These are the first 3. They're beautiful. So here is the first swatch. As if anybody thought that was not going to be going. As if anyone thought it was not going to be beautiful, as I correct my language skills. Okay, and we have the kind of, it's reddish burgundy. It looks different on the finger than it does in the swatch. It definitely will have to re-swatch that. And this one is tacky, so it should swatch well. Yes, it does. Okay. It's interesting. This one looks similar. Well, not quite. It has some resemblance to the other palette that I just swatched, the holiday palette. Okay, so getting back into this, that first shadow really packs a punch. This one really packs a punch. That could be a one and done shadow for sure, just on the lid. Well, this is a good pairing, just as is. So these 2 could do a very nice look, and these 2 could do a very nice look. And because each of these 2 are very interesting shadows in and of themselves, that they just need one other color to kind of play a supporting role. That is very, very nice. There's so much to this one. It's beautiful. And I'm just going to re-swatch this one. It just feels like it doesn't have as much as the other ones, and I think it's just because it's a matte. Just to give it the same kind of saturation as the other two. Okay, I have fingers one last time, and I'm going to move on. I just can't stop looking at them. Oh, I would swatch every day on camera if it were not going to be a burden or a yawn for a number of people. Okay, so we've done the first three here, and we have these two now. And these two, just those two alone, the sultry look that we can create with that it would be bomb for sure. This is a gorgeous, deep, deep purple. But I wonder if it's going to swatch red. I don't think it's going to swatch purple. And then that beautiful, beautiful beige color. So these two are Blossom and Nude. Blossom and Nude. So we're going to play with this one. Blossom. And Nude. Okay, definitely going in for a second swatch. Here are the fingers. And going in for a second. Okay, and fingers again. Okay, yeah, that built up nicely on this last one. I do find that these reds, they're not as emphasized as I thought that they would be. It's feels like it's as maybe they're made to be quite buildable. I'm just going to show you closer here. And I did go over twice on those more matte shadows. They're just not as impactful as the other ones. But again, I do think they build up because they're quite tacky. I think these two were doing a better job than these. So let's just stack them. Yeah, there's more depth to the Joya. I think it's Joya. What's it called again? No, pardon me. Oh yeah, Joya. The Holiday 01 Joya. Yeah. I think that there's just more vibrant colors in this one. And coral, maybe the lighter colors were intentional because it's the coral palette and not a holiday palette. Either way, I'm okay with both of those palettes. I think that they are nice. And they do make me want to play and create some looks. So that is a good sign. It means that the color story is of interest. I can see the benefits. I can see the potential for each one of these, and it gets me excited. And so I expect to be doing some looks with these. If you have some combos, let me just stack them. If you have some combos that are of interest to you, just let me know, and we can go from there. That yellow is definitely going to be on my radar until I get to use it. Definitely. Okay, that's it for the Holiday and the Cranberry palette. I hope you enjoyed the swatches. I know this is late in the game, but if you have them in your collection or you have eyeshadows in these specific colors, something that you can pull from your collection, then it would be great to do some looks and exchange some notes here on what worked best and not so great for color combinations. That's it. I am not going to take any more of your time. I appreciate you swatching with me today. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this little swatch fest with some 5-pan, full-size 5-pan Natasha Denona palettes. And I definitely have some 15-pan palettes coming as well to do some swatches with as well. Yeah, if you enjoyed this one, you might enjoy the other ones even more. More shadows, more to talk about. That's it from me. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate it every single time, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, as always, take care.